Hi, I'm William Spaniel of GameTheory101.com. The purpose of this video is to use just a little bit of game theory to explain to you how to get an empty seat next to you when you're flying on a plane. I know personally I don't like having someone sitting next to me taking up my space, and so this will hopefully maximize your chances of avoiding that, and the best part of this, of course, is that it's going to be free too. And the little bit of game theory that we need for this is just simply seating preferences. And for the most part, people prefer sitting in an aisle or window seat to sitting in a middle seat. And given that that person is sitting in an aisle or a window seat to a middle seat, then that person is also going to want to sit as close to the front of the plane as possible. And to visualize what I mean by this, here's a mock-up of a plane and some seats, and if you watch how seats are purchased on one of those online carriers, you'll see something like this. So the first row will get taken because there's extra legroom, if there is extra legroom on the plane, and then you'll see the seats being taken along the aisles and the windows going all the way down just like this. And then once that gets filled up, then we can start back at the front and people will take up the middle seats. And of course, I'm assuming here that everyone is flying by themselves and there's no families or groups or anything like that. But basically, what I'm going to say for the most part will extend straightforward if we did consider what would happen if there were families and groups on the planes as well. So anyway, this is the original chart, and you might think that when I'm buying a plane ticket, I'm going to want to take this seat first. And you're right, that's my most preferred seat. But when it gets down to like this, if I log on to my carrier and I see that the plane is currently looking like this with those seats filled, you might think that because I liked this one, that if I'm in this situation, I'm going to like this one, I'm going to buy that seat. And that's not the case. I'm actually not going to get that one. What I do in my little trick is to buy the one that's just a few rows back in the back seat. And the reason for that is that the two worst seats on the plane are right here, the back middle. That's the seat that no one wants. Everyone would rather have any other seat on the plane other than these two seats. And so by taking this seat right here, if the flight doesn't sell out, then what's going to happen is that these two seats are going to be open. And so provided that the flight doesn't sell out, if I purchase this ticket here, then I have nobody sitting next to me. And so the moral of the story here is that you should really try to value these four seats more than the other seats just in a couple rows ahead of them, because you are going to be maximizing your chance of having an empty seat next to you. And to me, that's worth sitting a few rows back and having to get out the plane just a little bit longer to have that extra space when I'm flying. Good luck to you when you're trying this out on your own.